Hey everybody, it is your life coach and CBD advisor, Madai Lopez Brown. I'm also known as the Badass Mama. And welcome to the Badass ITV, where I am your host and I help individuals maximize their potential within inside of them so they can take control of their life now and create kick-ass blueprints so they can use badass and their life so they can be blessed and delivered achieving spiritual success. So welcome to my midday live where I've named it brunch and pros. So, grab a drink, your coffee or your tea, a journal, a pad, because our series is absolutely amazing. It's going all through July and August. It may just go through the end of this quarter of 2020 because a lot of people in their life today, they have to know that it all starts in the mind and they should never give up. So, yesterday I had great pointers and it was my introduction. So, I'm actually going to be speaking today about faith. And, having faith is very important in life, especially what's going on in the world today. We actually are like left in limbo right now. Um, we don't know if they're going to continue funds. We don't know if, the medical documentation that's coming out right now. Everyone is in limbo, and I believe from the government all the way down to the middle class, even to the ones that are below the middle class. And I've been watching the news and trying to get more aware. I feel that I'm at a better place now mentally to accept and understand what is going on, and it's still quite confusing. You don't know whether to believe, person in group number A or person in group number B or even person in group number C. Um, if you agree that you just like lost and in limbo with everything that's going on in the world today, I want you to type number one. I want to make sure that I'm engaging with my audience and I'm speaking to the right kind of people, because with this being said, we have to understand that we're all in the same boat. And the true aspect of this pandemic, is, trying to confuse the people, trying to create a panic. And I believe that if we remain calm, we remain active, proactive in our own households and create harmony and peace and love and happiness in our own household, I believe that things can be a little bit better. Um, you know, things kind of, get a little bit topsy turvy, but you have to remain calm and uh, remain in a place that you don't ever want to give up. You want to maximize your behavior by remaining optimistic and remaining positive. So, you know, uh, the topic today with Never Give Up is faith. If you don't have faith, then you're one that is going to kind of like almost fall off the wayside. I believe that faith is connected with hope, and hope is connected with belief, and they all work together. So I'm going to be speaking about these three, and you have to understand that when you have faith, hope, and belief, then it comes into where faith, practice, and study, right? So you want to be able to study your problem. You don't want to wallow in it. You want to study it. Why? So that you can become a problem solver. I spoke about that yesterday, right? And then you want to practice your faith, right? Whatever faith faction that you're a part of, you want to be able to practice that. Uh, You want to be able to dwell on the good things instead of the negative things. Now, when you become a problem solver, then you will be able to understand what faith and hope and belief really mean in your life. When a person believes, when they believe in something, they're putting their all themselves in the situation, and they believe that it's going to manifest, right? That's belief, right? Um, you want to be able to create your own life now, right? We, the economy, when I say we, they spend 80 hours a week. Children are latchkey, or they're in daycare. They're always running here, running there. They don't have time. They don't have peace. They don't have the faith, right? And you have to understand, when you begin to have faith, have hope, and belief, when you're able to exert yourself and endow yourself in faith, practice, and study, you'll be able to have the problem solved, right? So a lot of people have been upset because the PUA or the PUI, whatever you want to call it, has ran out. It was only for a moment in time. You should have been like the ant and prepared yourself, right, for the downtime, the down season. Or, like the squirrels, they prepare early for the winter season, right? So that when everything is gone, they're still able to eat, right? These things that are in practice, right? The creator made it so. So we should have been preparing already, maybe paying ahead. Now people are, they're forced to maybe not make enough of the money, right? And, you know, they may be facing evictions. Well, that's a hard thing to talk about, but I'm praying that the landlords have compassion and empathy. I know that they make their money by us, right? We are going to end up in a place of probably economic depression. I mean, it is what it is, right? But we should not fret. Why? Because when the Great Depression came in a pandemic also, right? People survived that era. And we have to learn how they were able to withstand the storm. So when we understand the practice, a lot of people can say that, you know, see, I'm thinking about my words because I really don't want to offend anybody. That's not my intention. But I want to make sure that I say it correctly. We want to be winners in this season, right? See, I've learned by my mistakes. Every mistake that I have done in life has been a learning session, even to the minutes before this live, right? And that's why actually I came on the live today. You know, um, we have to understand that there is a path, a journey that we walk on. And when we understand the story behind the walk, then we could be able to talk. Have you ever heard that saying, walk the walk and talk the talk? You can't walk the walk and talk the talk if you haven't been in my shoes, right? You can't say, well, I don't understand why they're not healed yet. You haven't walked in my shoes of my condition, right? We all have to be a testimony. We all have to rise up and be a voice, whether that's showing our condition as a testimony, how to become an overcomer, right? I'm sorry for the delay, guys. How, okay, it popped back on. Are we working here? Okay. So, how to, like, how to revamp, how to revamp yourself. This is still in the topic of not giving up. This is still in the topic of maximizing your potential within inside of you. I shared a great post on Facebook that came from Robert Kiyosaki. And, right now there's people that they may not have a job, but you have talent. You have something locked up inside of you that you can practice and that you can eventually make money off of, right? This is why I share my lives. This is why I share my lives. And at the end, you will see a PayPal link, and that is actually going to, if you would like to make a donation, right? Because what is inside of me is for someone else. Hey, Marielle, welcome. So how my life has been set up. Last year, I was in my own little pandemic season, if you want to say, and I couldn't go out. I went out only for shopping, only to do medicine, or only to uh, get my medical treatment. See, a year before this all began. Why? I believe the universe was teaching me how to make myself still in a place of turmoil. And that's point number one. How do you make yourself still in a tornado or tsunami of turmoil? How do you remain happy? How do you remain that winner? How do you stay without giving up? And, like I said earlier, your faith, your practice, and your study, right? Teach yourself so that you can teach others. Learn by your mistakes. Become that problem solver in your life, and then you can be a problem solver in someone else's life. And then it kind of like does a domino effect. If you smile at somebody, guess what? They're going to smile at somebody else. If you're going to be kind to somebody, guess what? They're going to remember that. They're going to be kind to somebody else. If someone pays for a bill and they say, you know what, don't worry about it, pay it forward. Pay it forward. That's how the universe works. It's important. It's important to have the faith, because without faith, you don't have hope. And without hope, you can't believe. And a lot of people are losing their faith. A lot of people are losing the belief, and a lot of people are losing hope. Why? Because people are dying physically and spiritually. So we have to remain steadfast and unmovable in these 3 points. How do I get to the point of having faith, especially with all this doom and gloom going on today? Well, sometimes you have to stand alone in order to gain the faith factor. Because when you're around a lot of people, you start hearing things and you don't know what to believe, right? Think about it. Think about it like a lotus flower. This lotus flower grows in mud and swampy water, but it's the most beautiful flower you've ever seen. Think about it. In order for beauty to come out of the muck, that flower had a fight. Had a fight on their hands. Think about it in your life today. How can I be a winner? Being optimistic, and again, having the faith, maximizing the faith, and putting faith into action. That's how you win through faith. Faith is the central, faith is the core. Faith means having the heart of a lion. See, I'm reading this great book by Nichiren, and he is this awesome book from Desuku Ikeda from the Soka Gakkai. And he often speaks about having the faith, right? Having the faith of a lion. Having the faith which will allow you to overcome adversity. We have many adversities in our life, right? It's going to take a lot of work, and it may get worse before it gets better. But remember to have faith as our foundation. And when you have faith as the foundation, then you can work on the hope. And then the hope turns into belief. And then you're able to help other people everywhere. And you know what? Through all my failed attempts and all my boo-boos and even, saying things that may not have been good, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And with my opinion, nobody being perfect, we should be able to rise amongst the rubble, rise from the dirt. We should be able to make it happen and make it work. We should be able to work on our own human revolution. We should be able to see ourselves in the mirror, search ourselves, evaluate ourselves, and execute a plan of action. And when we able to preserve these pointers that I've shared today, which have been very, very rich, we cannot fail. We should be able to have happiness. We should be able to have victory in life. We should be winners. Again, my 3 points today was having faith, practice, and study. And we have to understand that we win through faith. Faith is essential and the central. The core value should be in our life. And faith helps us overcome adversity. People with strong faith should not be afraid of anything. And when we can preserve the practice of faith in our life, we're rich more than you can ever imagine. And we'll be able to be happy, victorious, and have a winning lifestyle. So thank you so much for joining my live today. I am Madai Lopez Brown, and I am your lifestyle coach. And I'm also a CBD advisor where I help individuals maximize their potential so they can get control of their life now and they can I just blanked out. I'm so sorry. So that can so they can utilize our tools. Totally messed it up. Utilize our tools with badass, being blessed and delivered, achieving spiritual success, and creating kick-ass blueprints for themselves and for others, right? It's all about hope, helping other people everywhere. So thank you for viewing Badass ITV with your badass mama. Have a great day.